Hi Pisces, welcome back to the Astrology 33 channel. This is your November 2021 tarot reading. Thank you to those of you who've liked, viewed, shared, subscribed, and donated to the channel. I appreciate all of that. And for those of you new to the channel, as far as what we have in front of us, it's a Celtic Girl spread as always, and also put an Oracle card and a Mudra card for you guys. Well, we're actually going to start the reading off by rolling those astrology dice we have in front of us to get an idea of where your focus will be as far as that goes. So, let's see what we get. Okay, so we have Scorpio. And of course, the sun's going to be in Scorpio most of November. Mars will be there all month as well. And Mercury is going to be there most of the month too. So that's your ninth house of philosophy, higher learning, foreign affairs. So there'll be a lot of focus there for you this month. We also have Pluto, and Pluto is actually the ruler of Scorpio. And Pluto's in Capricorn, which is your 11th house of friendships, groups, hopes, and wishes. And it actually recently started moving direct again. And we have 3, so third house of communication. For you guys, that's Taurus, and there's actually going to be a full moon eclipse in Taurus toward the end of Scorpio season, so be on the lookout for that. Could definitely be some significance with communication there. And at the time of recording this, we're just wrapping up Mercury retrograde too. Alright, so getting started with your spread. In the main position, we have 5 of Cups. So this is Scorpio energy here, which we already saw come up in your dice too. Could just be saying that there was some disappointment around the situation you went through. Now, for some of you, it could have been around a romantic relationship, but with it being 9th house too, it could be as simple as some of you might be in school, maybe you had some disappointments around that. You might have failed the test recently, for example. It could be as simple as that. Or just looking at things from a higher perspective, and maybe that's even a bit of a challenge for you right now, because with the 5 of Cups, what always stands out to me is the neutrality of the background, right? So we have some bright blue color backgrounds, some black color backgrounds, as you can see as well. Here we just have that gray neutral color, which to me says there's that choice, right, to either look at it from the 3 spilled cups perspective or the 2 that are still standing. And obviously right now it looks like you guys could just be focused on a bit more the negative part of a situation. And this actually represents the first 10 degrees of Scorpio, so it could just be as simple as saying, as we move through the last few days of October, this could just be the energy you're in. So it could be pretty temporary. Alright, in the challenger obstacle position, we have the 7 of Swords. So this is Aquarius energy here. So for this to be in the challenge position, I can see this playing out a couple of different ways. This could be saying that there could have been some deception at play already that has you in that 5 of Cups energy right now. But what I will say, since this is Aquarius energy, which we use your 12th house, could just be saying that this could be coming up as a challenge because you might think that there was some deception at play, but that might not actually be the case. So, like I said, keep in mind, we're just coming out of a retrograde. So, unless you have definitive proof that there was some deception at play, you might just want to try to, sit back for a little bit and let some more information come out around the situation. And of course, this could just be saying as well, if you're thinking of doing something that's kind of deceptive, even if it's as simple as, let's say, in a job situation, you promise them you could get way more done than you actually can, right? And then they just have that expectation, okay, Pisces could take care of it, but then you don't get all of it done, and now it's going to, throw everyone else out of balance. All right, in the foundation position, we have the Hermit, which is Virgo energy, and the Emperor, Aries energy. So for some of you, this could just be looking at ways to improve your finances, since Aries is your 2nd house of finances and possessions. Could also just be saying that within the workplace, you might be looking at ways that you can move up the ladder too, or possibly even looking at a boss within your environment that you might feel is holding you up from some kind of progress within your work environment too. But yeah, for some of you, this could even just be reflecting, maybe some of you have decided that you might need to go back to school to get an additional certification or maybe some kind of degree so you can move up in your career. So a few different ways I could see that playing out. And let me see what else comes to mind. And some of this could be pointing to your energy as well. So maybe you're feeling a bit of a shift in your energy. Maybe you've been a bit more introverted lately, right? Not really being able to get out and about very much, but you might actually be feeling some of that energy coming back, which would make sense. Like I said, there's going to be a ton of energy in Scorpio this month, so that might help re energize you guys too, since you're also a water sign. All right, in the past position, we have the Ten of Swords. So this definitely does point to that there likely was some kind of ending that you guys did experience recently. Now, like I said, the only thing I'm getting a feeling here that unless you do have definitive proof that there was some kind of deception, a lot of this can be based around misunderstandings, and you might actually start to see that clear up for you guys this month. Of course, obviously, if you did have definitive proof of something, right, then that's a different story. In which case, you might actually start to look at that from a different perspective as well, maybe see why that ending took place and what you can learn from it moving forward. All right, in the present position, we have the Queen of Cups. So this is actually Cancer energy here, which for you guys is your fifth house, romance, creativity. And now I do have to say, for some of you, this could actually point to potentially finding out that you're pregnant as well. That's because to me, fifth house can point to children sometimes. Obviously, Cancer energy can as well, and then we see the cup being closed off there. So some of you might actually be finding out that you're pregnant, or recently did anyway. Let's see what else comes to mind with this. And for some of you, if this just represents a cycle that you guys have gone through recently where you're still healing a little bit, this could just be saying that you might be holding back around expressing your feelings at this time too. Still going through the healing process. All right. In the near future position, we have the Nine of Swords, Gemini energy again, and the Ace of Pentacles. So a lot of Gemini energy here, which for you guys is your fourth house of home and family, and this could be another indicator. So for example, let's say you found out that you are pregnant, right? And now there could just be a lot of concern thinking about, okay, there's going to be a lot of financial responsibility around that, right? Like, how am I going to pay? How am I going to actually pay for all the expenses that would come with having this child? So it could just be one of those things where you could be getting a lot of anxiety around that. And for others of you, this could just be some money concerns in general, right? So like I said, maybe within your work environment, you might feel like there's a boss who's withholding from you a little bit, or you just have aspirations to move up a level in your job, but you might be finding that there's a bit of a struggle there. So this could just be some things that you're thinking about this month. All right, in the position of your influence in a situation, quite a few cards came up. We have the King of Swords, Aquarius energy, the Empress, Taurus energy, Three of Cups, which is Cancer energy, and Ten of Pentacles, which is Virgo energy. So pretty steady progression here. One thing that's coming to mind is I feel like the main thing that I'm getting from this combination of cards is to pay attention to any ideas you might come across this month. Anything that might seem to come to you randomly. Some signs and synchronicities that you might notice in your environment, possibly even some things while you're in a dream state. The reason I say that is this is Aquarius energy, which is your 12th house. And we see the Empress with that, which is actually, like I said, for me, usually I view this as Taurus energy, and that's your third house communication. There's going to be a full moon in Taurus in November. So watch out for that as far as the timeline too. So around that full moon, you might actually get some ideas how you could actually improve your income. Could be around some creative project of some kind too. Looks like there's a bit of a celebratory atmosphere with that as well. And obviously we see the increase with the Pentacle energy. Now for others of you, it could just be as simple as also getting some forward progress in a romantic connection as well. And if that's the case, could just be saying, for the key to that would be for you guys to stay in a bit more of an open and receptive mode this month. I don't feel like you guys really need to take the lead in that regard. You could just kind of draw more things to you. And let's see. Yeah, that's pretty much all that comes to mind, but definitely pretty positive energies on your side. All right. In the environment position, we have the Star. So again, a lot of Aquarius energy in this reading too. a lot of Gemini, Aquarius energy. So, interestingly enough, while astrologically speaking, a lot of the energy's been in Libra, we're seeing a lot of Gemini and Aquarius in your reading. But with the star, this can represent that you guys might have gone through some kind of a tower moment, and that could represent why we're seeing some of these darker energies there, the 10, the 9, the 5 of Cups, slightly dark as well. And this could just be saying that now this might be the month where you're actually seeing what that was all meant to teach you and actually coming out on the other side of that in a much more positive manner. And again, like I said, I feel like this could be another thing pointing to you guys possibly getting some creative insights this month. So, like I said, it could come to you from anywhere. Maybe a sign, someone says just the right thing that sparks an idea within you. You have some kind of weird dream, but then you think of ways that you could actually bring that to reality. So definitely be on the lookout for that type of energy this month. For some of you, if you're dealing with an Aquarius, especially given that we saw that 7 of Swords energy there, I feel like this is saying that if there was the perception of some kind of deception that you guys were fearful of, but you didn't have any evidence of, seeing this in the environment position tells me that for the majority of you, there wasn't actually deception at play, and you might actually get some clarification around that this month. All right, in the hopes or fears position, we have the 8 of Swords, so more Gemini energy again. But obviously, with this showing up in reverse, I feel like this is saying that you're hoping to let off that heavy thought energy pass through you, right? Now, part of this could be, too, the fact that you had Jupiter and Saturn both started going direct again recently in Aquarius, which is your 12th house. So you could have just had a lot of heavy energy sitting there. Now, as those planets have shifted, while in the long run it's going to be positive, just that little transition period might have been a bit bumpy for you. But that's what I'm seeing with that. And in the outcome position, we have the 7 of Wands. So this is actually Leo energy, which for you guys is your 6th house. So if there is some kind of situation where maybe you're competing for some kind of a job, for example, or just standing up for yourselves in some way to advocate for a pay raise of some kind, something along those lines. It looks like you can have some success there. It doesn't look like it'd be really smooth and easy necessarily, but it does look like you will be able to make some progress. And it could just be saying that you might have a lot of demands and work in general, but you will be able to actually take care of it. All right, and bottom of the deck, we have the 9 of Wands. So yeah, this could just be saying that maybe within your career lives, you just had a lot of demands on you recently and you're feeling a bit worn down. But if that's the case, it looks like you will get at least a little bit of help, like I said, in the outcome. And it looks like you will still have work to be done, but it looks like you actually be much more well equipped to handle it. So like I said, maybe all of those energies shifting into a fellow water sign is just going to help energize you guys a bit in that regard and make it easier for you to take care of the work. All right, moving on to your oracle card. We have Loyal Heart. There's the artwork, and the number is 35. Okay, it says fidelity, loyalty, devotion. The oracle's message: evidence of loyalty will appear in your life. Others will prove they are faithful to you, and you will in turn commit fully to them. There is a sure and abiding certainty in your heart. Know that spirit is always loyal to you. No matter the outer circumstances in your life, trust and have faith, for you are eternally loved, always divinely protected, and divinely directed. So, a pretty positive message there. I do like the fact that it said evidence of loyalty will appear in your life, because like I was saying, with this in the challenge position, I kind of got the vibe that at least for some of you, it's going to be more of a situation where you might have perceived some kind of deception, but that wasn't actually what was at play. And this month, like I said, with the retrogrades clearing out and everything, you might actually get some clarification on what actually took place there, and it'll look better than it did originally. The relationship message says your partnerships, friendships, and romantic relationships all have many qualities in common right now. Honest devotion, faithfulness, and a loyal heart are being shown to you. Are you as loyal in return? Now is the time for heartfelt commitments and trusting in divine protection. So, yeah, similar message there. I didn't necessarily pick up on this as a huge romantic relationship type of reading, but hopefully that resonated with you. And the prosperity message says your long term loyalty to your goals is becoming evident in a world of conditions where your aspirations for success assume form and reality. Success is finally taking shape. If you are loyal to your dreams, faithful to your plans, while remaining flexible and devoted to serving others, you will be shown proof of your true prosperity. This is a time for a joyful celebration of spirit, your manifestation partner. So, pretty positive message there as well. And like I said, it could just be as simple as you guys had all that heavy energy retrograde in your 12th house and now it's moving direct again. So you might feel like some of that energy is freeing up for you in a karmic sense. And lastly, we have a mudra for you guys. So the mudra you got this month is the Mushtika mudra. There it is there. The keyword for it is selflessness. All right. And there's the info on it if you want to pause it or take a screenshot to read what it has to say. But under benefits, it says weakens ego grasping and self defeating habits, awakens enlightened attitude and a heart of compassion, reduces anxiety and self doubt, calms the spirit, clears the mind, benefits the heart and vascular system. So if that sounds like a mudra you think would be beneficial for you guys, I will put the name of it in the description of the video as always. We'll wrap up there and I'll see you guys next month. All right, bye.